Hey everyone, this should be a big day. It's Dominic from the Primetime Treasure eBay store and YouTube channel. There are tons of garage sales, tons of estate sales. So we're gonna start off with an estate sale. It's about 10 minutes away from a person who runs it that I've done well with in the past. So we'll see what I could find there today, and we'll just move on from there. I'll put the camera on if it's appropriate to do so in certain situations, just to show you some things, little tips, tricks along the way, useful finds. I'll show them to you here and there, and we'll just kind of play it by ear and see what happens. So let's hit the road and see what we could find. I'm coming out of my development and I see this sign, everything free. And there's all this stuff here, and look at this. This is some kind of cool ceramic piece. There's nothing wrong with it. So I'm definitely gonna pick this up because there's no loss involved whatsoever. So that gets the day off to a really good start. No damage, nothing. Nice piece. Now, right before I rolled up on that free spot, I passed by a garage sale, and I haven't even gotten a chance to get to the estate sale. I can't even get out of my neighborhood because how do I pass up this big Stormtrooper Darth Vader shower curtain for $1? That's worth about 17 bucks. It's going for 15 right now on lowest for it on eBay with 8 watchers, so that's first class. Same thing here. This Minecraft book. You got to be careful using the term Minecraft because it's one of these kind of copyright protected terms, but I could avoid it because I could just use the term Minecrafters, and this unofficial guide right now is going for also about 15 bucks. I got it for a quarter. So I mean, this is just amazing. I'm gonna go actually drop that cookie jar off back home. I don't want to travel around with that. I'm literally just like a few seconds up the street. Then we'll try to head back out to the estate sale if I could get out of my development. We'll see. We are finally out of my development, and we are walking up to the first estate sale, which started at 9. It's already 9:15, and there's still a line of people waiting outside. So it's probably because it's a pretty small house. It's a 1 level, but we'll just get in this line and check and see what we could find. All right, I didn't have to wait too long to get in there, and as I've said in a prior video, if you're in a situation like that in an estate sale where you're out of line and it's going to be a while before you get in, just ask permission to go through the garage. Why not? They're going to let you do that 99% of the cases because they want you to find stuff to buy. They just don't want a certain number of people in the house, especially if it's small because of fire hazards. So I walked through the garage. I didn't find anything to resell, but as I've said also in other videos, sometimes you have to look for inventory for your business. So could always use tape measures. I have 2 of them, but now I have a 3rd, and I'm just going to keep this out in the garage for when I have to measure things outside. I've got a little pad here which I keep in my pocket for keeping receipts if the place doesn't have receipts, and I got this really cool wooden shelf storage area where I could just keep things down in Primetime Treasure headquarters and just get even more organized. This is awesome. This thing, as you can see here from the price, is only $2. When I brought it up to check out, they saw these 2 things and they said it's still $2. So I got everything here for $2. Can't beat it. Now let's try to find some stuff to resell. Heading off to the next sale. So that's the garage sale that I just got back in from, and I got a couple cool things. This is Corona Extra. It's a 6-pack beer tote. Got it for just a quarter. Should definitely sell for over $10. So you know, especially now that we're hitting into the summertime, so that's a good one. Always look for these things that are, you know, nice and sealed in the packages. So that's good. The next thing I bought, I can't really totally activate because I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube, but it is a BS meter, and when you press it, it makes a whole big signal and alarm that someone is talking BS. So it's great, it's hilarious, it works. I checked it off, so but I'm not going to activate it here. And then that was just a quarter. And then the other thing, look for hats that have kind of raunchy little sayings on this, like this says the horny toad in Arizona. This will definitely sell. There's no exact one right now that you could look that it's going to match up to, but there are other ones that have this saying on it that sell for like 25 bucks. So picked it up for just a quarter. I'm looking to list this one, and I think it'll sell well. So we're going to move on to the next sale, hitting a few garage sales now. So this is a little surprise. This was supposed to be a garage sale, and I stroll up to it, and the sign outside says it's an estate sale. So, but there's no, it doesn't look like there's anyone here except someone inside. It does look like there's a person there, but no cars. But I'm gonna go in and check it out, see if there's anything good in there. See these things on the walls like this is what you gotta look for. And then just, just take that right off. And Budweiser, and it's 1989 right there. So that'll be a good one to get. Look at that. Don't even have to look it up. Colors are awesome. It's got that old wagon on it. It's got the horses. Nice western look to it. Easy. And look what we have here. This is a vintage turtle wax. This is probably not going to cost much at all, and it's like a $35 piece. Amazing. Just sitting right here. This is really good too. You look for these old vintage looking items like this old can of moth crystals. There's really not a good comp for this right now because no one's selling it. It's full, but I guarantee you it's gonna sell for a good price because just a tiny, tiny little tin of this sold for $10. So, I mean, this is really cool in the condition that it's in. Got a tiny little dent here, but that's okay. This is gonna be a good purchase if I could get it for like $1 or something. We'll see. So we're out of the estate sale. That was a good one to go to. There was an inside component, there was an outside component to it. There was no price on this stuff, but I just, that's the great stuff to get is stuff that doesn't have prices on it. You pretty much name your own price. So I picked this up for $1. Again, you're looking for stuff that is vintagey like this with the girl from the 70s and the old car, with the old kind of font style to the turtle wax. It's still mostly full. That's going to be another selling point. They go for as high as 35. Right now, probably more reasonable. It's going to sell for like 22, but for picking it up for $1, that's not going to be a problem at all to sell. This one, there's no telling, but this I wound up getting for $1 as well. Again, you're looking for just this nice old vintage look to it. Ideally, still having the cap on it. Ideally, still having the product in it. You can't feel it, but the product is all in it. I don't think it's ever really been opened. If so, only a little bit was ever taken out of these moth crystals. So that's cool. I wound up pulling that poster off of the wall. It's just amazing. This stuff just right there for the taking. And, had a little bit of tape on the side, but you just fold that over so you don't damage it. I'm gonna have a little rubber band with me, so I'm just gonna put a rubber band around it so it doesn't get damaged in the car. Another thing that I found that was really cool, you should be on the lookout for these. These are vintage painted Snoopy rocks. Now, it really just depends on the person that sees it and what they're looking for and what they like, but painted Snoopy rocks or other Peanuts characters will reliably sell on eBay as high as $80 for a single rock. Now, the highest seller actually is Woodstock, but Snoopy's, of course, right up there. So look for these. Look for them to have bright colors, no chips, not a lot of fading. This one is nice. It's painted on both sides. It's going to be an easy seller. It's a unique piece. There's not going to be another one out there like it. That's the other cool thing about them. So people like to collect them for that reason. I wound up getting this for $1. And amazingly, this sitting here as well. This is, just look at this. This is amazing. This nice old house physician book right here. It is from 1926. I looked it up when I was in there, and let me just show you the year right there. You're just looking for that. See if I get up for you right there. Lift this up for you so you can see it. Right there. I don't know. There you go. There's the year right there, 1926. So this is a good one. I don't quite remember what the comps were on it, but it was something like $30-40 or something like that. So this is just going to be a nice easy sale as well. No one's currently selling it, but it did sell recently for somewhere around that price range. So overall, another good score. Going to head over to some more garage sales, see what else we could find. And by the way, that BS meter that I showed you earlier, I didn't tell you what that one is worth. That one's worth about $15. So look out for the BS meters. All right, moving on. Beautiful day with a nice surprise rummage sale at a church, and I was at this one last year, and we will be able to walk inside and go down. It's not just stuff up top, so we'll see what good stuff we can find today. Different rooms, and I'm not going to get anything here like in terms of clothing right in this spot, but I just want to show you that, you know, you get these clothing for 50 cents. I mean, this is why I'm telling people, stop going to, well, not stop, but I mean, you know, there's other options besides Salvation Army and Goodwill where you could, you know, get clothes for just 50 cents or a quarter or a buck. And garage sales, rummage sales is one of the places you want to go for that. So you're not paying $2.99, $3.99, $4.99 for clothes. I mean, you can see this whole area has clothing over here too. Over here too, same sign. You know, there's just racks and racks to go through. 50 cents, folks. This is the area that I like better. This is where all the toys and the electronics are. So, and books back there. So we're gonna look those up and see if there's anything good to get here. I showed you that there's all these plush toys here. And I've also showed you in other videos that you have to go through the plushes. The reason why is because sometimes you're gonna come across something like this. This is Donkey Kong, and you gotta look at the label on the back. And what you see right there is that is 1982. I knew before I even looked at the comps that this was going to be worth a good pretty penny. And the most that this is sold for is over $80. And right now, the cheapest you could get it is 35 bucks on eBay. And the cost of the plushes, the smalls, are going to be 50 cents. So that is a 50-cent piece. And we're going to be able to flip that for at least around 35, maybe even higher. And it's in good condition, doesn't smell bad. Great pick. Always look at the plushes. Okay, so soft cover's 25, hard cover is 50 cents. And if you see Doctor Who, definitely pick it up. Has a rabid fan base, including me, although more for the classic series. And if you see all these Star Trek books like this at a quarter a piece, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, those are all going to Primetime Treasure headquarters. And we're gonna pick up some more as well. So some great little finds here. We are now at the third estate sale of the day. Nice little small house. We're gonna go inside, check it out, and see what goodies lie within. I don't often do a lot of filming inside the estate sales just because you know, I'm not sure how much I go for that, but this is just like kind of an example of stuff in the garage. You know, since no one's here right now, you know, there's all these little things that you could pick from. They're not priced. They'll price them out on the counter for usually like 50 cents, $1, or something like that. I mean, the vast majority is not priced. And you just go through all these shelves and you just check it out, see if you could find anything good. So there's just one example of one room. Listen, you've got to undo these posters when you see these posters, okay? These are all been laying here for hours. Check this one out right here. I don't know why everyone left this here. This is a vintage Play Darts poster from Schlitz. Right there. That is great. Look at that color. Someone who loves to play darts is going to want to put that in their man cave. This is just going to cost me barely anything. I know these people and how they price things for me. So this is just going to be like a buck or less. And check this out. It doesn't matter that they're a little beat up. Someone will buy this, frame it. The creature from the Black Lagoon. Look at this. And check this out. You could get onto this right here. That's 1970s, okay? Don't worry about these little crease marks or whatever. That's okay for a vintage poster like this. It will still sell. So we're gonna keep looking through these posters to see if we find any more. All right, everybody, we are out of that estate sale and back into Primetime Treasure headquarters. Want to give you a better perspective of that Creature from the Black Lagoon poster that I bought. By the way, carry these little rubber bands around with you so that when you find posters like this, you could just put it right on top of it and just keep it nice and secure, because if not, they will tend to unfurl and then it's more likely that they're going to get damaged. But I love this. This is probably my favorite find of the day. You can see it right here, and it is much larger than that. It just goes all the way down like that. It's just a huge poster. So someone's definitely going to want that for their man cave. There's not another one like it on eBay right now. It's from 1972. The date is right on the bottom. Let me see if I could even show you that, where you would look for these dates. Right here. You always just look on the bottom of the poster there. So there you can see that. Let me see, it's just a little bent right there. And you see there's going to be a little pinhole there as well, where someone used to hang this up. But that's okay. Don't worry about the little, you're going to see little crease marks and stuff like that one. Don't worry about that. For a vintage poster like this, it actually is somewhat of a selling point, that people like that, this is one of the only ones out there that's like it. There's a few vintage marks on it showing that it actually had some use in the past. It's one of those things, it's kind of like signs, vintage signs could have a little rust on it, have a little damage on it, and it's not going to make it something that you can't sell. So it still is going to sell. Now, yeah, if it was in mint condition, it was perfect, that would make it sell for more. But I'm just telling you, don't shy away from things like this. Even if they have little tears like this, little rips like this on the top, that's totally okay. If you find something that's more of a significant rip, like here there was more of a big rip, what you do is you take a little piece of tape and you put it on the back, not on the front, on the back. And then you just disclose it when you sell it, and you say a little piece of tape on the back to preserve it and to help restore it. Just disclose it, and you're still not going to have a hard time selling the poster. I know, because I sold many like that. So again, just going to put that rubber band right on it like that, and then hold it nice and tight together for later. Then there was the Schlitz beer one, which was just sitting there for hours and hours. I can't believe that, just right there, right on the floor. Again, it's really, people are just lazy to bend down and pick these things up and unfurl them, because the posters typically sit there and they look like this. They don't look like this usually, where you can kind of get an inkling of what it is. So yeah, you actually have to pick them up. Wow, you have to bend down, and then you have to undo it, and then you have to look at it. I mean, it's just amazing. People just expect everything to be out there and displayed for them, and that's not going to be the case. You got to dig. Just like the haul video that I did yesterday, one of the lessons, right? You got to dig through the boxes. Yeah, sometimes you are going to find some amazing thing that's out there and displayed, but other times, and most of the times, you're going to have to dig through stuff to find the valuable stuff. Another thing that I found that I didn't get a chance to show you in that video was an old Busch beer poster. Now, that one is not too amazing in terms of, any imagery that's on it. However, then this is, by the way, a promo poster that they would send out, to the stores to just hang up, just to advertise the product. It's not that incredible. I mean, there is a mountain on the bottom and stuff, so someone might want it. Maybe it sells for 10 bucks or something like that. Goes out first class. But any kind of thing that's vintage poster type of product that has any kind of alcohol product on it, I always like to pick those up. So that's just another tip for you. My daughter pointed this out to me, little Pokemon pencil case, which has really no value in and of itself. However, I have other Pokemon items like Pokemon assignment pads, little things that I just pick up here or there, and I construct these little lots of Pokemon items, because it is a popular brand. So that's another thing I did. So again, I got everything there for just $3. So this was a great day, from the little inventory piece that I wound up getting here that I could use for storage, to this, just to give you a better perspective of this thing from the beginning that I got for free. I mean, this thing's incredible. I tried to look up comps for it. There is nothing online about this being sold, and it's really cool. It's like, sorry about the glare there. The old French house, Chateau Laurent. It opens up like this, so you could use it as a cookie jar. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's nice inside. It's there's really nothing bad about it. There's no cracks, not dirty or anything like that. It's really pretty cool. I did look up the brand of who makes this, which is called Susan Wingett. Not familiar with the brand, however, some of the stuff that she does make, which includes some kind of jars like this, do sell for hundreds of dollars. I'm not saying that one is, but some sell for like 100, 50, 60. So for something that's free, it's worth looking into. Worst case scenario, if it doesn't wind up being worth anything or doesn't sell, then I could always just give it to someone else, or honestly, just use it around the house. That thing is really, really nice. I like it. And you know, I'm not going to go through all this again, but just to give you a little perspective of, I'm just going to put this one over here, of just how much stuff I wound up hauling. I mean, this box is filled with, you know, goodies from today. And one of my favorites is this Donkey Kong toy that I wound up getting. You remember that one? So that's going to be a fun one to put up. So, you know what? For these haul videos, I was thinking I could do a bunch of these. There's going to be a bunch more. Why don't you let me know what you thought was the coolest item, the best item that I found today? Which one gets your vote? I mean, for me, I'm going to go with the Creature from the Black Lagoon poster, but I'm curious what you think. What did you think was the coolest item? So let me know that down below in the comment section. If you like this video, it's not, remember, you know, they're haul videos, but I try to give you tips along the way, so it's not just something that comes across as a ha ha ha, look what I found kind of bragging type of thing. I want it to be some tips along the way, so you, when you see these types of things, that you could pick them up too. That's really the main reason I'm doing it, and just to show you kind of the value that's involved, and to try to impart some tips and some knowledge based on experience of doing this for a long time. So I hope that helps for you. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button. Stick by at the end. I'm going to include a blooper clip from me and my daughter in the car, so I hope you find that funny. We have a little malfunction with the phone. That's going to be at the very end. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, and if you like these little blooper clips, let me know, because I might add a few more of them in from time to time at the end. Also, make sure you come to my Facebook group, the Facebook Reselling Resource Center. The link is down below. It's an incredible group. If nothing else, it's worth it for the Be on the Lookout item of the day that I put up, but there's so much more. Check out the group. Just hit the link down below. That'll take you to the group. All you have to do is hit a submit a join request, and I'll let you in if your profile looks good. With that, I am going to start getting ready and processing this stuff. I've got some comic books that were purchased that I have to get ready for shipping, and I've got to do some accounting. Make sure when you come back from these types of purchases that you log your miles and you log the items that you put and for how much you paid for it. Save your receipts, make cash receipts, store them somewhere. It's real helpful at the end of the year when you have to do your taxes. So with that, I'm gonna head off, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Take care, everyone. All right, didn't have to wait too long to get in there.